Today, I want to take you behind the scenes of a really personal part of my journey, downsizing as I get ready to move abroad. We are here in my kitchen because honestly, the rest of the house is a complete disaster zone. I'll show you in a minute behind me, well, actually, what I'm facing, but I am knee deep in rehabbing this house, painting and putting in new doors, all sorts of things, trying to get this house ready to sell. Okay, here's a look at the giant mess behind me. This refrigerator is on the wrong side of the room because we're trying to fix the other side. There's a whole bunch of, I don't know, all of our construction supplies. Oh, here's where the refrigerator is supposed to go, but it's on the other side of the room, like I said, because I'm painting and we're fixing the floor, all sorts of stuff. And then this door, I'm loving this new door. Look, I can see my kitty cat outside. Hi, Mr. Fluffy. Before this, I had a full panel door and could never see the beautiful woods outside my house. So I'm loving that. But as you can see, it's a work in progress. Got the drywall going up. We found tons of termites. So it ended up being a bigger job than we thought. But anyways, back to the clean side of the kitchen. We're gonna focus on the clean side today because it's a whole lot better. Now listen, I love my stuff as much as the next person, but after a while you realize you don't need 27 of these things to survive, especially if your plan is to move to Mexico, slow travel through places like Southeast Asia and Western Europe, and live out your eat, pray, love dreams in places like Italy and Portugal. Suitcases don't exactly hold your grandma's china set. And my goal is to get down to just one suitcase, so I had to make a lot of hard choices. So in this video, I'm going to share my process for downsizing, decluttering, donations, estate sales, and what am I missing? Oh, online sales as well. And I'll be real with you, it's been kind of emotional, funny, and honestly pretty freeing. And if you want to be a part of my moving abroad journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So step one was decluttering, which was honestly the hardest part in my opinion. I decided to take one room at a time, because honestly, if I tried to do the whole house at once, I'd still probably be in the closet crying right now. I used what I call the 4-box method. You have keep, donate, sell, and toss. As you can see, my foster kitty Cookie was trying to help me here. Anyways, everything had to land in one of those boxes. I made the keep box the smallest on purpose, and you'll notice there's no maybe later pile because that is just procrastination in disguise. And wow, the things that I have found, like a curling iron from the 90s, a bunch of fold fondue pots. I don't even know why I had those. And I've moved around a lot. I've actually only been in both this state as well as this house for the past 2 years. So I can only imagine what you might find if you have been in the same place for 10, 20 plus years. Here are a couple of tips. Start small, like one drawer. Cookie. Be honest, if you haven't used it in a year, you don't need it in Mexico, New Zealand, Thailand, or wherever you're going. Just imagine carrying it across the ocean or lugging it around on your back in a backpack. If that thought makes you groan, it has got to go. But here's the thing. This whole process hasn't been just about organizing stuff or filling donation boxes. It's been a huge mental and emotional reset too. I realized pretty quickly that moving abroad isn't just about the logistics. It's also about preparing your mind and body for a change. Almost every morning, I take a walk here on Mississippi's Gulf Coast. It's become my morning and my moving, so to speak, meditation. A time to clear my head and breathe in that beautiful salt air, and just to remind myself exactly why I'm doing this. Downsizing, letting go, and planning a whole new life in a brand new country can feel overwhelming sometimes. I also don't know anyone personally who's doing this right now, so it can feel a bit isolating at times. But those quiet moments by the water help me to stay centered and focused on the bigger picture. I've also been focusing on shifting my mindset from holding on to things to letting go. My youngest, my son Jaden, just moved out this summer, so there's a lot of letting go that I'm having to learn to do right now. When I catch myself getting sentimental about something that, I don't really need, I just try to take a deep breath and remind myself this isn't about losing. It's about making space for a a lighter, freer version of life. And once I had both my head and my heart in the right place, it has suddenly become a whole lot easier to let go of things. Which brings me to step number 2, which is estate sales. Now, don't panic. An estate sale does not mean that you are gone. It just means that your stuff is moving on before you. Like I've said before, I have moved so many times that I don't have any fancy things, fancy furniture or priceless antiques. So a estate sale was not really something that I need to do. But for those of you that have lived in one place a long time, you may need to look at that as an option. You might want to do an estate sale, or you could also work with a consignment company. You can also hire companies to handle your estate sales because they know how to price things and, how to attract buyers. And that can take a lot of the stress off of you. It's amazing though, watching people get excited about some of the things that you no longer need. It has helped me to feel a lot less like losing stuff and instead just passing on the torch. Okay, here are some tips for you. Hiring a company saves stress, but you can DIY it with Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Make it an event, like a garage sale. People love a bargain hunt. Embrace the joy of giving things away to friends, families, and even strangers. Step 3 is donations. Now, not everything you have is worth selling, and that's where donations come in. I've loaded up my car over and over and over again with donations to take to my local Goodwill and various other charities with clothes, books, kitchen stuff, you name it. One of my favorite drop-offs was at a local animal shelter. Just knowing that my donations of things like sheets, blankets, towels, things like that is going to really keep those little puppies and kittens and even senior dogs, everybody that comes in there, it's going to help keep them warm, especially as the winter is approaching us here. It just made me feel so good to make that donation. And it took away the sting of having to let something go, knowing that it was being given for a greater cause. And I'll be honest, there's nothing like that freeing feeling of driving away with a lighter load. Plus, I got to see the back seat of my car once again. Okay, here's some more tips. Save your back. Look for charities that do home pickups. Places like women's shelters, animal shelters, homeless shelters, and veterans programs always need specific donations. So go online or give them a call and see exactly what it is that they're needing right now. And then there's online selling, my new favorite hustle. Places like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist. I listed electronics, decor, small appliances, things like that. And suddenly I was wheeling and dealing like I was on Pawn Stars. Except instead of saying the best I could do is $5, I was just thrilled when somebody actually showed up, especially if they showed up on time. Here's the best part. I created a little moving abroad fund with the cash. Every time I sold something, I put money into an envelope, and literally it made me feel like I was selling my way to Mexico, one little lamp at a time. And here's some more tips. Take clear photos in good light. Use different angles and include multiple shots. And price it fairly. Remember, you want it gone, and you are not going to retire off your old blender. And meet and save public places during the day. So here's what I learned. Getting rid of stuff after 50, downsizing after 50, isn't just about getting rid of stuff. It's about making space for that new chapter. At first it was tough. I am not going to lie. I had some emotional moments getting rid of stuff that had a lot of, memories attached to it. But I'll tell you, the more I cleared out, the lighter I felt. And now, instead of staring at a garage full of stuff, I'm looking forward to a suitcase full of adventure. For me, this is all leading to my move to Mexico in 2026, which at this point is only a few months away. And after that, slow traveling through a big list of places that I have. I want my life to be full of experiences, not boxes in a storage unit. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, I hope this gives you some ideas and encouragement. Take it step by step and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself in the process. I know I have. Now I want to hear from you. What's the hardest thing for you to let go of? For me, it's been a tie between my book collection and my Christmas decorations. Drop me a comment below and tell me what the hardest thing would be for you to let go of. So I'm glad I got that over with, but downsizing for me was just the first step. The real challenge is getting my house ready to sell. In my next video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my rehab, painting, and letting go process. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in the process so far, let me tell you. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on downsizing, retiring abroad, and creating your next adventure. See you on the next one. Bye.